5:35 in the morning, West Coast time, Monday the 1st of July, 2024. We were John C. Roseman, California. There's a zombie out here in Roseman. Well, I was talking about and put up a spoiler because I was talking about other things I was trying to read about. And said before I came across a friend's file that he loaded last night. Now he spent a lousy July 4th uh, going through relapse. And as I was making an indication, I've had worse July 4th, but not relapsing, but I'm still afraid of it. I'm still afraid of it. This should have been on the diary of the griever named John Weaver title, which is B. And I've had the damn disease in my family in one form or another. It didn't matter what it was going to take. It was still wanting to destroy my family one way or another. And it almost damn near destroyed me. That's why I ended up in 12 step. I mean, I could have been ended up in a mental institution. Maybe I should have been a long time ago, but I wasn't. But from what everybody else kept telling me, I was, that's pretty much out of it. And if it gets to a point where I'm about to be somebody who didn't care about life and anybody else for that matter, and about to do some stupids, yeah, I was pretty much out of control, worse than a tornado, hurricane on land. It's an impossibility, but the intensity of it was just, I didn't realize how much self-hatred and loathing and self-destructiveness of my own life. It still scares me to this day that I can be, because when I spoke to my therapist last time, and she was going over some numbers that they all take. When you do therapy, you also have to do surveys beforehand. Gives them an indication of what they're dealing with so they can ask the right questions. And the charts were telling me that I could have been put in those kind of red zones, and that scared the hell out of me. It's essential for the patients to understand where they're standing from, and I had to do some rethinking on this one. I had to rethink about how my life was going. I was already self-destructing and didn't even realize it when I entered the program officially back in October 10th, 2005. No, actually it was 2006, actually. No, it was 2005. Huh? It was 6. My mind's so screwed up this morning, it's not even funny. Some people can remember their sobriety date, and I can't even remember my damn date because I'm so screwed up in the head. But October 10th, 2006 was the date. Because I damn near killed people in that situation there. I was so damn out of control. I was willing. And I had to get my head straight. I've talked about it in my other videos about it. It's pretty private, pretty deep. And if you don't know what you're looking for, you'll miss it. Sometimes on purpose. Because I didn't want the zeros and ones getting on my ass on this one. Damn algorithms out there is looking for everything else to nail your ass for one thing or another. Your postings on different social media platforms. And if you happen to say something that threatens the community's guidelines and the community peace of mind, well, then you're a threat, I guess. Then maybe my own thoughts are a threat to them. But I have to be honest with myself. I have to be. I don't want to be put into situations where I was a long time ago, just holding it in and just hiding and lying from people left and right. I want to be out in the open on this one. Even I don't like the truth coming out of my mouth, and I sure as hell won't, but, stories must be told. And sometimes I know they're boomerangs, but they'll come back and hit me upside the head. Okay, I'm gonna have a hell of a headache on this one, or worse. But Sometimes I feel like I am getting close to it, and then it pulls further back. I don't know how my therapist will be looking at this one. She'll be looking for clarifications and explanations on this. But after hearing about what charts we're going through, I'm definitely knowing that there may be an opportunity. An opportunity I sure as hell don't want to take or do. It scares me to relapse of any sort. I'm not a strong person. I'm just a person struggling. That's the only thing I know. I've been struggling against death ever since I was born. Well, 4 years old anyway. Trying to cover and hide from it all over time, Trying to be a strong kid. But I was tearing myself apart left and right, and nobody could figure it out. Nobody could see the damn thing. All these smart people out there around me, and they don't even know what the hell's going on with me. Don't even ask the right questions. Even I didn't know what the hell was going on. But I'd never been talked to anybody by it. Wish I had. Wish I had. But it didn't, so I had to struggle with life. I had to go work my ass off. Screw up in school, but work your ass off afterwards. Lose jobs left and right. And you get into one particular job that you stay there for several years, and pressure cooker so damn much that you want to blow up on people. If I had the means, I probably would have. You wouldn't have been talking to me. You wouldn't have been seeing my videos. I'd be an obit. Police blotter. Family would be suffering worse. Dave would have been relapsed. He would have gone out. Ma, I don't know what the hell would happen to her. Die of a broken heart, maybe. God had to save the family. In the way he did. In the way he did. But my mother was still dying from a broken heart. It's not respiratory. I think she died of a broken heart. She lost so many people she couldn't even deal with it, so she had to break down and slowly die in the bed. Dave, on the other hand, dealing with so many damn nightmares left and right. He complained about having breathing issues, and the next thing I know, I'm seeing his body. I'm seeing a piece of meat in an emergency room that's supposed to be my brother. I recognize the damn tattoos. Had a Woody Woodpecker on one. He always wanted to get that damn thing redone, but he couldn't. He had a yin and yang symbol on another arm. I just couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with seeing my brother that way in the emergency room. And this was in September. Throws off an entire school semester, I'll tell you that much. Worse than that. Worse. After the honeymoon is gone through, you start getting the waves. You start getting the triggers and not even realizing you don't know what you're going through. You don't know what it is. But all of a sudden you're just crying your ass off left and right. And praying, God forgive you for going through this damn thing, because you don't know what's going on. And that was the start. That was the start. I couldn't celebrate July 4th. It was getting too harsh. Sounds were getting too damn bad. Dave would stand and watch it a little bit, or sit down and just watch him a little bit. Then go back inside, turn on the radio loud. Past few years, actually past several years, I'd be inside the bathroom with a little girl with the radio on, because she was getting scared, and I had to hold her all the time. And she can't even hear. So every time you're doing the blasting out there, she's not seeing it, she's not hearing it. Partially blind. She'll see shapes. That's about it. But the fireworks are not scaring the hell out of her in her old age. It hurts every single time we're getting nearer and nearer. Getting away from. I'm not making sense on that one. That's for damn sure. July 4th is going to be hard as hell for me to deal with. But knowing that I have got that much screwed upness inside of me, that much depression, that much anxiety, that much stress, that much PTSD flowing through me, a lot of mourning that's still coming out, and I'll get triggers, and sometimes I'll know the triggers, not because I want to see a certain show. I have to be aware of the damn triggers, and when I am, it's a slow ball, slow moving effect. After you get triggered, it has to build up intensity until there's something innocuous happens, and then all hell breaks loose. And that's what was happening to me. July 4th is never kind. I can't even stand seeing the fireworks anymore, let alone hearing them. I prefer either music or sounds of silence or people talking about, oh, stretch it out, young lady. Here comes the old broad now. Come here, mama. Oh, come here, honey. Come here, sweetheart. How you feeling? Feeling better? Yeah, she's got to stretch and go find a pee pad. She doesn't go pee outside anymore. She just pees inside the house, but I got pee pads all over the place, so I clean up after her. And dealing with realists, as I was trying to indicate, yeah, I haven't had, but there's plenty of opportunities, plenty of means, plenty of motive. And it still scares me that I could, just to get rid of the pain, just to run away from it. I'm stupid enough to say, no, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want damn medications. I don't want to be dependent upon medications. But the thing of it is, what I was trying to find and I was trying to examine is, what if it's a reversal for me? What if this is a reversal? I've been running away and going after the medical establishment and attacking them left and right for trying to save my ass and everyone else's ass, but mine especially. That what if I've turned that into an addictive nature? I'm so terrified, so afraid of getting hurt again by the medical establishment, I am causing more pain and damage to my body. What if it's that? I mean, the idea just popped in a while ago. I had to think about that one. All this time of running away. All this time of running away from the painful test that they try to do to test out repetitive motion issues with my wrists, both of them. Finding I got tendonitis instead of carpal. I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to kill somebody in the process. The pain was that intense. I didn't care if I was going to jail or not. I was going to kill somebody. They shocked it. My body tried to get used to it. And then they put the needles into the nerve endings. Try to measure the intensity. That's when I wanted to lose it. If my brother wasn't there holding my hand, almost literally, I was going to kill somebody. He kept saying, Serenity Prayer, John, Serenity Prayer, John, Serenity Prayer, John, Serenity Prayer. God, grant me serenity, accept the things I cannot change. Courage, change the things I can. Wisdom, noted effort. Say it again. God, grant me serenity, doing some of the things I cannot change. Courage, change the things I can. Wisdom, noted effort. After when it was over, and after they did their testing on that one, I had to go back to work that day. I had to chew on Tylenol, just get rid of the damn pain. And had to handle calls on the call center from hell. They couldn't give me a day to recover from it. Congratulations, John. You got tendonitis. Braces had to be worn at night. Wrist pad had to be used in front of a keyboard. Stretching exercises with heat and cold. No. Heat and cold on my wrists. About a month of that. Okay, you're fine. Go back to work. Try to work with braces. Hard as hell. I think somewhere in there I developed a hell of a resentment towards the place. Or against something or someone. I felt the anger. I felt the rage monster on that one. You have that much rage, you're addicted to this shit. And maybe I was for a long while. It'll pick a form. It'll pick a form to screw you over one way or another. It did to me. I never went into AA. I had all the tendencies. But the one thing I never had was the memories of drinking. But the one thing I had was the issues that I had put me into the situation. And all this time avoiding the doctors and hospitals for past several years, it's gotten worse and worse. I've had somebody to keep urging me, go to the doctors, go. So I went for them. I wasn't going there for me. Just to prove that I went there. Here's the paperwork, Dave. But these days, it's like I'm trying to kill myself one way or another. By not allowing myself to get the medical treatment necessary to save my ass. I guess in a way I'm trying to kill myself. Without trying to kill myself. Some things you still have to realize, some things you just have to talk about, some things you just have to discover on your own. Somebody may scream and yell in your face about that, you got this and you got that, unless you actually come face to face with it. All they're doing is just yelling in front of you. Doesn't work. You have to face it yourself. Look in that damn mirror again. And you see the reflection of what you are. Sometimes I can't stand the mirror itself, but my mirror is a video camera right now as it is. I'm wearing this damn shirt for over a couple of weeks without getting it washed. See, I know the monster is taking away, or trying to take away more and more of what I valued more in myself. There's no external targets to blame or go after. The enemy is me. The enemy is myself. That is the problem that the disease is really working on. Some people have been talking to me about, I don't know, about the topics of homelessness. And she's got perfect timing. She's got perfect timing. My dog's got perfect timing at this point. She reminds me things still need to be done. I'll go through the self-indulgence of this stuff later. Right now, Oregon's coming by, and I got to get it ready for management and their weekly visitation. And right now, I just got too much on my mind and too much happening in my life. It's almost 6 o'clock, and they'll be here in a few hours. Okay, so I know July 4th was miserable enough because of the fireworks and because my brother's not there. The fireworks have become more and more of a pain in the ass for me to deal with. My own head's is a nightmare in itself that the therapist is still trying to unwind after she keeps seeing the damn charts that all the information I keep pumping in for the survey. So worries her, worries if I'm going to be going suicidal at this point. I was going to be trying talking about a video, actually a response to a video concerning about homelessness. I'm just going to let my comments in the videos explain it that way. If nobody else likes it, that's their opinion. Let them deal with it. And somebody said, fuck Joe Biden. I'm going to say, that's your opinion, schmuck. That's your opinion, not mine.